does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Because if Jay-Z and Beyonce did a commercial for One United Bank, they would probably gain about a few $1 billion. Because people are followers. Ultimately, at the end of the day, people are followers. 50 Cent liked a post from a stripper and she got 10,000 followers in one day.
Yeah, he does that a lot to help, you know, he's admitted to doing that to help people get views.
Just by liking her post. If Beyonce likes your post, you automatically become a celebrity.
Yeah, they know their power. They know the power behind their brand, their name, their
and
click.
They're doing
the
absolutely nothing with it. Nothing of substance.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Killer Mike. Killer Mike is doing the best that he can, but he's only Killer Mike. Not many people know him.
Yeah, we know Killer Mike.
So it's people that's trying, but the people that can lend their voice. That's why I will always respect Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Because
Ali, what he did for us.
Ali would put black businesses and black institutions on the map. Because if he was to go to a state, he wouldn't give an exclusive interview to the New York Post and the Daily News. He'd go to freaking Amsterdam.
Yeah.
He knew the power of celebrity, the power of his personality.
Yeah, his brand.
All it would take is for one major black celebrity to do a commercial for One United Bank, and their sales, the amount of deposits into that bank would increase.
And I'm like, bro, I can't be smoking, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, ultimately, there's no such thing as black leadership. I just gave a suggestion that is really doable, and it's really nothing unique. This is something Elijah Muhammad proposed. He said $10 a month. I'm saying 30. Fuck that. $1 a day.
And that's not hard. That's really not hard to do. It really isn't. Because I still believe in the universal law of that's a part of tithing. You're tithing into your community.
Let's say we cut it in half, not 50 million, 25. That's still $9 billion a year.
Yeah.
Let's cut it into a quarter. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it, it doesn't make any sense that that's not what we're talking about.
We need to break. Some people need it broken down to them in the terms that. And see, I'm listening to everybody talk, and I understand it more. A lot clearer as I'm listening to you, Mark, and I'm listening to everybody. And everybody talk about our black dollars and how to get there. But I think where people are not connecting is that even Chase Bank started here. They started with someone saying, let's put our dollars together. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this.
Right.
They're not connecting that to the color of blackness in America and what we're trying to do. They're not, am I saying this right? They're not connecting that that's how it goes.
Right.
That it even started with US Bank started the same way. Chase Bank started the same way. All of these big national banks started in these big conglomerate, places started the same way. We're not looking at it like that.
And
so
also,
when you come on social media and you say to someone, I have this organization that's for Black, you know, we're trying to build up the Black community. We want to have our own Black banks and this, and this. People hear it, but some people are not breaking it down in their minds, which is why I said we're not connecting. We're not hearing each other. We're not
Okay,
listening.
but when you mention these other banks and these other entities, the difference between the way that they do business and the way that we do business, two totally different pictures. Totally
Right.
different. Now, I can respect the way that that Mark brought this up, you know, the way that he explained it, because our intellect level is there where we can visualize it and okay, bam, bam, boom, it makes sense. Okay. Average brother may not see it the same way, or, you know, or below average brother may not see it the same way. But in a lot of cases, when it came to some of these big corporations, what we also have to understand is they possess something that we don't. And in a lot of cases, that was old money. Okay. You were dealing with, well, you know, because we know it's owned by all whites. So yeah, you can have 4 or 5 people in the room that are millionaires, billionaires. They can put this together, make it happen, start popping them up everywhere and do what they do. It works. But in our case, it's a lot different. And of course, they have extravagant dinners and, you know, and do this big thing where they do a presentation. We don't always have, we can't always put it together the same way, I guess
Why not?
is the easiest way. Why? In a lot of cases, because we may not have the same type of investment power that they do.
Or the
It's
connections
not
to
that,
that type of
yeah,
money.
They're
it's,
connected to each other. These black celebrities and black rappers and black entertainers and black athletes are all connected to
yeah,
each other.
they are. I'm talking about at our level, starting off now, right here.
Mm-hmm.
See, because starting off right here, with us, with this group, yeah, we can go about, you know, the people that I know, the people that you know, she, he, and he, you know, the people that we know in this group, and try to reach out and see if we can find something like that. But by the time we're done, yeah, we might collectively come up with 30 people that could really start getting the little snowball rolling until we actually make it a big enough ball. But even then, you end up with doubt, conflict. What are we doing? Where is it going? This isn't working. How do I get my money back? You know, because then there's no patience, you know, because the picture's been painted.
Right.
Everybody can see the vision, but they don't understand the process. They don't understand it's going to be a process, even if you tell them it's going to be a
That's
process.
exactly what I'm talking about. They don't
Well,
understand the process.
let me counter with this, and this will
Hmm.
make sense. Who won the Super Bowl?
What,
I
last year?
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
who's the Super Bowl team? Like, who was the last team that won? Is it Tampa
I have
Bay?
no clue. I don't.
I
I
can't
don't
even
get in.
remember.
I don't sit and watch that stuff.
Okay, what sport are you into?
Golf and basketball.
Okay, who won the championship in basketball?
Uh, Hold on, Lakers, right? Yeah, Lakers
Is it
won last year. Was
is
it
that your
Lakers?
team?
Yeah, actually, Lakers is my team since Kobe was there. Before that, it was the Bulls, but
Wait,
then
did the Lakers win?
Well, the
I
Bucks
don't.
won.
No, the Bucks. You're right.
The
You're right. I'm
Bucks.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
Lakers got
me.
kicked out in the final round
Mhm.
next to the
Yeah,
All
the
finals.
right,
Bucks won.
let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Where did the Lakers play at?
Staples Center, LA,
Why didn't they tear the Staples Center down?
because they got better sense than that.
Why? Why though?
Because they are intelligent enough to well, I can't really say intelligent enough, but I guess the easiest thing to say is they realize that if they tear it down, it's just rolling
Because they
into their
got
tax dollars.
another,
It doesn't
because they
make
got
sense.
another season. They got another season to play. they still got to practice and come back next year to try to win.
Hold on, your
Wait,
phone is doing something real weird.
Yeah, pull away from the phone a little bit of your mojo.
Somebody
because we
broke up.
couldn't.
Oh, that was your mojo? I couldn't even hear him.
Yeah, we couldn't understand any of it.
No, but the point that I'm making is they lost. They didn't win the championship. So why don't they tear the stadium down?
Oh, after they
Well,
lose?
Right.
I think that they respected, you know, the not only the property, the people, the institution. They know that 9 times out of 10 they would have ended up in jail if they tore it. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why they didn't do it, but I think respect has a lot to do with the reason why people do one thing or the other.
But there's
If
another simpler.
if I don't respect you,
There's a simpler explanation.
Well, to tear it down, win or lose, really doesn't make sense.
Why?
In
But
most
why?
cases, well, because in most cases, even in a win case, the reason things like that end up getting tore down is because a lot of people are just opportunists. So
Guys,
they find a reason to do that silliness, thinking that they own a come up from
You're gonna
But
laugh when you see where I'm going with this because you're making it way more complicated than it actually is.
like
okay,
it's
then the floor
actually
is
funny,
yours. You
right?
go ahead.
It's simple. Let me help
The-
them. Let me help them,
yeah,
Holip.
you give the
It's
answer.
it's simply because they still have some balling to do. They got to run it back next year. They still need to practice. Don't they got to
Yeah.
come back next year? They ain't just gonna say, "Oh well, we didn't win it. I guess we got to go ahead and just end the franchise." No, they got to run it back next year.
Well, the thing
Do you
is,
see?
even
Do
if
you
they
see where I'm
tore it
going?
down,
But do you see
yeah,
where I'm going with that?
to a certain degree.
Where I'm
But
saying
go ahead.
is, if your team does not win the championship that year, you don't get rid of the team. You don't tear down the stadium. You don't say, "Oh well, we lost."
right.
There's next season. You learn what you did wrong. You try to get more players to help you. In other words, if you lose, you can lose 5 years in a row and you will never get rid of your team. Let's take that and apply it to us as a people. I don't care about how hard it is. I don't care what people feel we can do. Okay. We have a team and we're trying to win the fucking championship.
Right.
And I don't give a shit if we lost this year, next year, the year after that. You got to get that team together and you got to play because every team gets on that field and tries to win the fucking game.
Right.
But
That's
then
my
when
point.
but then when they don't, then it's time to trade. It's time to rebuild.
That's the
It may
exact
not
same thing that I'm
necessarily.
saying. That's
Yeah,
the exact same thing.
but
And
it may
always
not.
you always have to be in the process of trying to win. That's my entire point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
losing
it
is
has to
not
be
losing will never be acceptable.
right.
Yeah, losing's
It
not
shouldn't
supposed
be
to be an option.
in no capacity of your life should losing be accepted.
Right.
But you notice there's a different story when it comes to us as a people. Black Wall Street happened. Well, that's it for Black Wall Street. No more of that. Everything with us is one and done, but we not one and done when it comes to silly things like sports. When it comes to sports, that we can understand the concept of a next season.
Right.
But when it
Well,
comes to us, like when it comes to power, like if you tried to build something, oh well, we can't possibly build no more, or we can't do this no more because the white man did this. We're gonna have 1,000 fucking excuses as why we can't do something. The bottom line is, we know what needs to be done. We need to go about the process of doing it, and we need to hold people accountable if they don't want to do it.
Right.
Everyday working people like us, we have a reason for us not to be involved in things because we're trying to put food, clothing, and shelter on the table. Like I said, nobody in a properly functioning Black culture, nobody should even be listening to me. What are you listening to me for? I don't have any power. I don't have any advanced education. Why is anybody listening to me? If we had competent people, I wouldn't even have to be opening up my mouth. But that just goes to show you how sad things are when the people that's supposed to be doing this shit for us aren't doing anything. And now working class people got to figure out in their spare time while they're trying to put food, clothing, and shelter how to map out a socioeconomic and political blueprint for the Black nation in our spare time?
For our children and our children's children, yes.
That is fucking sad.
It's sickening.
I take no pride in the fact that I know so much shit because it's so unnecessary. I could be doing other things with my life. If we had Black leaders, if we had an intelligentsia, if we had competent people that looked at our people and said, we need a future, why am I doing it? That's
because
my point.
You're the person for the job, Mark.
Then we're in some bad shape. If I'm the person for the job, we are in some bad fucking shape.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, we're not. No, we're not. Just not enough people hear you, Mark. That's the only problem right now. It's not enough people that hear you.
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around the